Oi, check out the views. This is my Apex content. For months, all I uploaded was random videos and primarily Apex videos. Apex Legends is a first-person shooter battle royale with a massive player base. And as you can see, it definitely reflects in the views. Apex was a interactive, extremely fast-paced, and extremely skill-based game. It took a lot more to edit those videos, but overall, they were better. And I actually put a little bit of effort into some of those videos. Now, a lot of those videos got absolutely no recognition, and I would say almost 99% of my Apex content flew under the entire world's radar. Cool, I'm not an Apex streamer, I'm not an Apex content creator. But I'm sure we can all relate to the sentiment of putting your eggs into a basket and then the basket fucking falls off of the delivery truck before it gets back to whatever destination it's supposed to be headed. What I'm basically trying to say is that Apex content, even though I enjoyed it and it required more and it was far better, it doesn't even scratch the views that I'm getting from the current game that I'm playing, Rucoy Online. Just look at the engagement on a video I uploaded actually 22 hours ago. Honestly, what I'm trying to say here is that it doesn't really matter that Apex is a more fun game. It doesn't even matter that it's 10 times more entertaining to watch. Literally, all I had to do to get more views was to find a niche. Now look at this game. What do you see? It doesn't have any award. Literally, this game's been out since 2016, and it still has yet to get a reward. That goes to show how bad of a game it is in my eyes. Rucoy Online is probably one of the most dog shit games on this earth. Now, if only having 2 buttons to play with isn't enough to convince you that this game is dog shit, let me show you the world chat. Now, when you play an MMORPG, you usually expect some demographic that's gonna match what I'm about to say. You're gonna run into some anime fans, the good old-fashioned weeaboos and otakus, because playing MMORPGs reminds them of isekais. No problem with that. You're gonna run into some normies who are just playing a fun game they found on the App Store. You're gonna run into some weirdos, because of course there's a bunch of weirdos. You got your fantasy buffs and then your nerds. But overall, you're gonna expect to have a pretty positive community. So tell me why Rucoy's community is so fucking toxic and racist and cancerous. Literally, I don't understand. Oh, wait, I do understand. It's because Ricardo is probably one of the worst developers to grace the App Store. Honestly, I'm surprised that iOS even allowed Rucoy to come onto the App Store. And I think they should probably remove it from their App Store at this point. Now, when you look at the 2 games that were just displayed on the screen, Genshin Impact and Brawl Stars, you notice that they've both been critically acclaimed, or they've been given the Editor's Choice Award. Now, when you play both of these games, you're gonna realize that they have genuine push, and they have companies backing them. So I beg the question, what is wrong with Rucoy? For about 4 years now, the game has literally not changed in the slightest bit. It hasn't changed its controls. It hasn't changed the way that it works. It's always just been base up, train, that's it. Now I understand it's a lifetime game, but lifetime games are constantly changing and they're constantly getting more things added. So tell me, Ricardo, what the fuck is your problem? You would think if you're paying in fucking 4 different countries for fucking 4 different servers, you'd think if you're paying for that you would at least be putting out a quality game, or that you would at least have a team of admins or moderators on your fucking game, right? Well, that's what you would think, because there's 4 servers in fucking 4 different countries. I know, I don't mean 4 servers as in, you have to have a physical server if you're going to have a fucking game. And so physically in South America, Europe, Asia, and the US, there are 4 actual genuine physical buildings where these servers are being ran. Now that costs money. So the fact that you're paying for it and you're keeping Rucoy around goes to show that Rucoy is obviously worth it. It's making him money. Now, we can argue about how much he earns a day from Rucoy or a year from Rucoy, but that's not what this video is about. I feel as if I'm gonna be playing this game, if I'm gonna be playing any game, it needs to have a positive team behind it. And I just don't think Rucoy is that game. You can tell that Ricardo's priorities are out of whack. First of all, any new player that comes into World Chat is going to be greeted with the instant urge to delete the game and fucking leave a bad review. Now, not only that, but in essence, Rucoy has not changed at all. It's literally always just been fucking one button. Now, what type of skill goes into a game where you only have to press one button? Absolutely no skill. Which is probably why Rucoy's player base is as retarded as they are. And I'm not saying that to be mean. Obviously, there's people there that are fucking cool, that are nice, but there is a vast majority of a bunch of fucking little racist, retarded children. And not even just children. Some of them are dead-ass grown adults. It just doesn't make sense. Ricardo has it so that you can ban someone for saying the word bitch. But if I fucking spam nigger killer in the chat, or if I spam any race, you can do pretty much anything except for use curse words. And that's just so stupid. Which is why I say you need to have an active team of admins or moderators. Honestly, admins and moderators don't even have to get fucking paid, because they can just be people who are trusted in the community. But no, Ricardo literally does not care. Now, honestly, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, because I appreciate it and I receive a lot of support on my Rucoy videos. Now, is it because they genuinely want to watch my content? Or is it because I'm pretty much the only person making fucking Rucoy content? I really can't tell, and at this point I'm starting not to care. Rucoy is a dog shit game. Honestly, so is Apex Legends. I wonder which development team is more, to blame. I believe that developing a first-person shooter and finding ways to make everyone happy is far harder than developing a mobile game that's literally not even first person. It's actually just a fucking flat pixel game. You literally have artists doing everything for you. I have no clue what Ricardo is doing, and he's not telling us. Like, at least there's somewhat transparency in other games on the development team. They at least bother to update the community. They at least bother to interact with the community. Ricardo's version of interacting with the community is updating the fucking Play Store description, and his version of fucking keeping tabs on the game is probably just watching how much money he gets from the game. I honestly can't tell you because Ricardo is extremely inactive. It's almost like he doesn't even fucking care at this point. So I beg the question, do I continue to play Rucoy, or should we find a new game? Honestly, do you guys want me to go back to Brawl Stars? I never played it for YouTube. I never uploaded Brawl Stars videos, I believe. But Brawl Stars is fun. Supercell is constantly updating their stuff, constantly keeping tabs on their games. So I know that Brawl Stars is a positive game, and there's actually a lot of people that play it that would enjoy it. Not only that, but Brawl Stars actually requires skill, or at least somewhat that you employ some strategy. Some main reasons that I don't want to play Rucoy, if you guys are just trying to have it summed up, are 1, the player base, 2, the game itself is whack as fuck. Literally, how much skill can really be required in a game that only has literally like 2 buttons for you to press? You understand that a mouse and keyboard and a controller, you have inputs, right? Your input is kind of determining how many moves you can do, how your character interacts with the world. But if there's literally only the ability to heal up and use my special and then switch between 3 classes, you understand that the skill gap and the skill cap is absolutely fucking irrelevant. Anyone can just literally buy a fucking leaderboard account, and then they're instantly better than you at the game. There's a whole lot of account buying. There's a whole lot of scamming. There's a whole lot of racist. There's a very little amount of genuine fucking good people in Rucoy. It's a terrible game overall, I would say, because Ricardo is the worst fucking developer to grace the earth. Okay, last thing, leave a like and subscribe. In truth, I genuinely think that Ricardo just needs to sell Rucoy to an actual game developer, because Rucoy has so much potential to be like the greatest game. But this man Ricardo is literally just intent on making Rucoy unplayable, and it doesn't seem like he has a passion or a drive to even be involved with the game anymore.